Hello and welcome to the Flashback Cartoon Hour. I'm your loving bald host, Nick Panthro Lascola, and I'm joined here with my sidekick,
Tony.
Tony O.
Yeah.
Today's episode, we are talking about probably the most famous and at least my favorite 80s cartoon. The drum roll, please, Tony. I can't
Drum
hear
rolling.
it. I can't. Oh, there it is. ThunderCats. ThunderCats. Ho!
Oh, you ho!
So Tony, what was your experience with this original ThunderCats run?
It was in your room, dude.
Was the first time you ever saw the ThunderCats with me?
Yeah.
Really? Oh, because you weren't a Cartoon Network kid. You were a Nickelodeon kid.
Yup. And as if that wasn't already clear, let's reiterate. I was a Nickelodeon kid, not a Cartoon Network kid. But yeah, so we watched the ThunderCats. It was the first episode, and my most fond memory of this show was listening. Was listening to live. Wow, we're doing all the laughing gas in here. I'm dying. I didn't know that was part of the show. It was
Welcome to Just Straight Laughter for an hour.
It was Lionel narrating to himself while he was jumping from tree branch to tree branch. So that was pretty cool.
I thought it was glorious because just listening to his voice, I don't know, it calms me.
Yeah, totally. You know, like I feel like if I was in like a near-death situation or like, you know, the cards were stacked against me, I would want Lionel with his voice right next to
me. I would want Lionel as the voice in my head.
Yeah, and like he wouldn't really solve my problem. I would still have to solve it, but he would just be like, "All right, Tony, you've got this. Now remember, reach for the left to grab your sword." You know, he'd step me through everything.
I would like to have had that back in high school, like going to like a dance or something, and like you must hold on to the waist.
And it tells you to grab your sword. The chicks. So, did you want to start into?
Yeah, let's get into some fun facts before we begin into the first episode. ThunderCats is an American animated television series that ran from September 9th, 1985 to September 29th, 1989 for a total of 130 episodes and 4 seasons. Each episode ran for around 22 minutes. Season 1 consisted of 65 episodes and was followed by a TV movie called ThunderCats Ho! The movie was broken up into the first 5 episodes of season 2.
He said ho.
Seasons 2, 3, and 4 each consisted of 20 episodes. Season 3 and 4 would also both get a 5-part story that would kick off each of the seasons.
And this series was created by none other than Ted Tobin Wolfe. It was written by Leonard Starr and Stephen Perry. That's Stephen with a PH, so you know he's very balanced. Bernard Hoffer composed the ThunderCats theme as well as incidental music. Producer Jules Bass wrote the lyrics. Directed by the Japanese guy, Katsuhito Akiyama, Arthur Rankin Jr., and Jules Bass. Once again there, Jules. Go Jules. This was the production studio Rankin Bass's first television series. Rankin Bass was the production company that brought us such movies as Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and Santa Claus is Coming to Town. Yes, he is, baby.
So it's actually pronounced Rankin Bass.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to see you get through all that. That was great. Yeah, so like those like puppeteer Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and like Santa Claus is coming to town. This was, I'll go into this later, but this was actually their first attempt into a television series, and like ThunderCats was your first one, and it's just a straight banger. Oh my god, because the ThunderCats were fucking everywhere.
Yeah.
Lunchboxes, toy lines, comic books, like they were everywhere.
Yep, there's a lunchbox in an attic somewhere with ThunderCats on it.
I before we get into the first episode, I just want to give a quick synopsis of the show. ThunderCats follows the adventures of cat-like humanoid aliens surviving on the planet Third Earth after their home planet is destroyed. It is said that Third Earth is just like our world, but way into the future.
Ah, I see.
So it's technically they came to Earth, but it's Third Earth, and it's way, way in the future.
Well, I hope they like what they saw.
They came here after their home planet was destroyed. The pilot episode that we are about to be watching is called Exodius, and I
think it's called Exodus, or it said Exodus.
What I say, Exodius.
Yeah.
Exodus. Exodus. Did I do it right, Tony?
Yeah, better than the first time. This is take 2, folks. And if it sounds like we're reading shit off of a pamphlet, it's because we are.
He lies. This is all off the top of our head.
Oh, sorry, teleprompter.
Censors.
It sounds like Ezevious, like the video game. And
I've
there's
never
like
heard of it.
Oh, really? Well, I mean, I feel like it'd be right up your alley there. It's like an arcade game. It's like a Namco arcade game, and you basically drop bombs on tanks and shoot things in the sky. It's like a 1942 shooter. That's another game, similar type of gameplay there. But yeah, Exodus.
It's
also a Bob Marley album.
Whatever.
Only fair, because you corrected me.
Yeah, true. All right, shall we begin?
Yeah. That's cool. It looks like we're in a movie theater today.
It's like we're Mystery Science Theater.
Yeah. Very authentic. Yeah, he's at home.
Oh, that's my boy Snarf. Thunder. Feel it. Roar. Loose.
You are the cheerleader of the ThunderCats.
I love him so, dude. So much better than He-Man, in my opinion. Just so much better.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How come?
I just think,
That's
I don't know.
a pretty bold swing for like the theme song.
I like the lore behind ThunderCats. I like the characters behind it. Mumrar's more like intimidating than Skeletor is.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's a fact. This is pretty cool about those intro theme songs. They're really well done.
Oh yeah, dude, absolutely. And I have to say, the 80s theme songs are absolutely the best of all the genre, the eras, the 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s at least. I would say 80s rock.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And it's interesting too because that was an era when violence in cartoons was well allowed. So you got some interesting theme shows.
Yeah, especially, whoa, hold on, Chitara. So the listeners can't see, but all the Thundercats are on a spaceship, and they are legitimately butt-ass naked. And Lion-O looks like he's about 10.
Yep, Nick took notice right away, folks.
Look at Chatara's big old smile.
And cheetah spots.
You're not responsible for Lion-O's welfare. Snarf is.
So what do you think of Snarf as a character?
I like Snarf a lot. They actually give him his own episode. It's called like Snarf Has a Day or something like that. Where he like in particular has to go and rescue the rest of the Thundercats. And it's I don't know, like he is a Thundercat. He's not like the Thundercat's pet or anything. Like he is a Thundercat.
He is?
Yeah. They proved they consider him part of the ship, part of the group.
Well, I hate him.
Thundera?
No. I like him. I think he's.
I would put him. I'd put him above Spritle and maybe below Scrappy Doo.
Scrappy Doo, that's an old name. Yeah. I'd put him above Scrappy Doo.
Wherever that will be.
Who, Snarf?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would.
Honor.
That's just personal preference, though. I like cats better.
You are the cat man.
Yes, I know.
Yeah, in fact, my cat was gonna join us for this episode, but yeah, she decided to flake out.
But you are not alone, Lion-O.
I don't think she wanted to see her ancestors.
Oh, he's gonna introduce the rest of the team.
Chitara, Tigra, even Wily Cat and Wily Kit will be teaching the skills
rest.
you need to move wisely and well.
And those two.
Go ahead. Just take all the glory and leave it to Snarf to clean up after you. I don't mind.
Yeah, why don't you snarf off? You're snarfing, snarfy,
There is
snarf.
something else you must see, Lion-O. The most important part of your heritage.
He's gonna show him his armor.
Is the mystic sword of Omens and the source of our powers, the Eye of Thundera.
So for the listeners, the sword has an eye in the middle of it.
And it makes you
The
blind.
sword is alive,
Yes,
but there are holes in the hilt, Jaga, and I don't see any eye.
the Eye sleeps until needed, Lion-O. And these are not merely holes you see in the hilt. Looking through those magic apertures will give you sight beyond sight.
He said it.
If I do need the eye, how can I wake it up and let it know?
There will be no need.
The one-eyed
The
snake.
Eye will know it is needed before you do.
The eye is the
I
oracle
can't
of
lift
the
it,
series.
Jaga.
He's holding that like
You
perfectly
have
in
not the
between his
strength
legs.
But
Very suggestive.
Snarf, would you ask the other Thundercats to join us?
But I want to hear
You
what...
just couldn't
It's
handle the power.
important, Snarf,
Okay.
but it will not be long before the sword feels natural in your hand.
You wish to see us, Jaga?
Yes.
Oh, isn't this
You
the scene
will
where
all
Jaga's
have to
gonna give
learn
them all
new
clothes?
ways as
Oh,
well.
I
He's gonna
absolutely.
tell them to
Own
dress up
planet,
before you go to this
needed
planet.
no
They'll kill you.
protective clothing or special weaponry.
You are all
And the
nasty.
Eye
You
of
fucking
Thundera
disgust
rested
me. Put some
peacefully
fucking
in the
clothes on.
mystic sword
Ooh,
of
very
Omens,
vicious.
Guarded
Reminds
and
me of
known
Ming.
Only to me.
Ming.
Yeah,
We
from
don't
Flash
know
Gordon
what
when he was
awaits
when I
the
made pretend
Thundercats.
he was yelling at his
yeah.
But these ornaments and weapons
Yeah.
will help protect
Don't you talk to my daughter.
Tigra.
Boo! They should have just done the whole show naked.
Yeah. Yeah.
The Panther looks like a badass because he got spikes on his uniform.
Lion-O, remain in the sword chamber.
No, if there's to be fighting, then I should...
Please do not argue. Snarf, look after him.
Yep, you bet, Jaga. Snarf will keep Lion-O
Oh,
safe.
Snarf!
Don't worry.
Whoa, Snarf! What are you doing, Snarf?
Very
Oh my-
motherly
You
of you,
want to be
Snarf.
safe? Safe is boring.
It looks like he was going down on Lionel
Have
first.
you identified the
Oh,
enemy?
that's one of the
Yes.
trials for Lionel.
Planet Thunder.
Mutants.
His rites to passage of being a full-fledged cat.
Snarf just walks over to him all sexy. I'm about to snarf your day up.
That's why they call this episode Exodus. Get out of that ship, Lionel.
That animation was pretty good, don't you think?
You know? Yeah.
Do you
It is
know
pretty
in this first season, only 6 voice actors do the whole show?
No.
I'll go into more of that later. I have it written down.
No way.
I'll go more into it, but yeah, it's pretty fucking sick. Only 6 actors.
Oh, radical, dude. Oh. Oh yeah, this looks a lot like Star Wars.
I'd say more like Flash Gordon,
Oh,
which inspired Star Wars.
I disagree. Looks like Star
Except
Wars.
for ours. We haven't taken a single hit.
No. They know that the
Okay, it looks like
flagship will
Flash
be
Gordon.
carrying the Eye of Thundera. They won't risk losing it.
Then, yes, we can expect visitors any moment.
I love the music. They have that wind up.
What's that?
Why
Sounds
was
like a-
Tigra so excited for that? Tigra's like, I'm gonna fuck some people up.
Hey, they're cat people. Why wouldn't they wanna fuck things up?
I'm
But
not
that's like a cat's day job, you know?
afraid.
No,
I
I'm
figured
serious.
you would love this show. It's literally cat superheroes. Like,
No, it just reminds me of all the things I don't like about cats. No, I'm kidding.
they talk to themselves in their head.
Yeah, they talk to themselves, they conspire, they make humans a little more stressed. You know.
Right in front of you, Tigra.
Oh, they're gonna show off all their superpowers. So the mutants have boarded the ThunderCats spaceship.
Now you don't see me. Now you do.
Monkey Man.
So we always talk about some kind of animation flubs. The studio sometimes later in the series they always forget. They sometimes make it that there's only 4 mutants, and then sometimes they give them like an entire army. It's like they couldn't make up their mind. Are the mutants the only mutants on the planet that they land on, or is it just the main 4?
Oh, that's interesting. So what does that mean?
I don't know. It's kind of fun that they always forget.
It would help if I knew what the Eye of Thundera looks like. Have you ever seen it?
It looks like this in between the legs.
I didn't realize there was that kind of show.
And there it is, embedded in the hilt of the Sword of Omens.
You'd better get right out of here, or
So
you have
Snarf is
Snarf
getting
the Fierce to
protected.
deal with.
Oh, fuck him up, Snarf. Get him.
And what manner of laughable creature
These like
is
fish
this?
creatures?
Think I'm funny, do you, Snarf?
You should just eat them.
No.
Yeah, he's supposed to be like a reptile. That's Jackal, man.
Where are they? Let me at them. Snarf, Snarf.
Stuck in the net, ready to
Oh
go.
boy, give me the sword.
You shall not have it while I live.
And that was the beginning of Lionel's narration.
Hardly hold on to that sword, much less lift it.
Oh shit.
He's glowing. Oh, this is it. He's gonna do
Say it.
Thunder. Thunder. Oh, it's like the bat signal. But it's a thunder signal.
Back! Get back!
Oh, is he about to do it?
The thunder. Ah. Ah.
He came like a lightsaber.
Yeah. And he's just pointing it now.
Back to the ship and move it!
Wow. Wow. These guys are pussies.
Snarf, are you
Aw.
all right? Oh, come on, Snarf.
Wake up, buddy.
Say something.
Wake up.
Snarf will wake up with true love's kiss.
Good old Snarf. Why'd
You
have
know,
to scare me like that?
In that moment, he literally sounded like a cat.
All of them, Snarf. You got all of them.
Nah, Snarf took a few lumps, but I managed to hold them off.
You
Aw.
did it with the sword?
Well, the sword kind of did it for me.
Huh? I see. How bad
They
is
all
it,
thought that was
Mandro?
funny.
Well, I patched up the hole, and I guess it's okay.
I was gonna
The
say, how are
navigation
they
system is pretty well
breathing
shot,
with
we
the
can
giant
maneuver
hole?
some, but not enough
What
to
hole?
get to the galaxy we were headed
The
for.
hole the mutants just left in the ship,
Best we
but
can
Panther
do.
just said he patched it up.
Not much as galaxies
Oh.
go.
It's dinky, is what it is.
See this puny little sun?
Yeah, for a second, I thought
I've
he
run
said
a
it's
galactic
dinky.
scan for atmospheric compatibility, and this blue planet, the third one out, gives me a readout of 96%.
Atmospheric
That means we could.
He said, "Come."
Even so, it's light years away.
Oh, yeah. We'd have to make the trip in the suspension capsules.
You will all get in the suspension capsules.
He's
now.
got some
I
personal
will
experience
pilot
with
the ship
that.
to the blue
Hear the
planets.
pain in his
No,
voice.
Jugger. Without suspension, you'll die. We can set the course on robot pilot.
In its damaged condition, the ship must be piloted manually as long
So it's
as
funny
possible.
that you compared
But we
it to
can't be sure of reaching our destination.
Star Wars
We
because
can't be
there's
sure
definitely a
anyway.
big influence
We'll
from it
take our
because
chances together.
Jaga is supposed to be like
You must
Obi-Wan
join us in the
Kenobi,
capsules,
Yeah.
Jugger.
Yes,
and
Jagga,
as you hear, they're
please.
about to go in the
Enough.
capsules. He
I am
knows
by
he's
far
gonna
the
die
oldest
on
of
the
you.
journey because they don't
Even
have.
though the
Someone has to
suspension
drive the
capsules
ship.
slow down
He
the
comes
aging
back in
process
the
tremendously.
throughout the rest of the
Some
series
aging
as like
does
a
take place.
Force ghost,
Even in
just like
Yeah.
Obi-Wan
I
Kenobi.
could not live
Yeah,
long
and
enough
like I
Be
feel
like,
like a lot.
Lion-O, don't fuck up.
enter the
Yeah,
capsules.
no, literally. I feel like a lot of
Jugga.
TV shows
Come,
capitalized on that
What
formula.
Jugger says.
I mean,
Oh,
it
yeah.
was just a thing to do,
make
you
it
know? I
tougher
mean,
for
Star Wars was such
Yeah.
a sleeper mega
He's
hit.
just being
Like, nobody saw it coming.
practical.
Even video games
Alright.
copy Star
we're
Wars
gonna do it-
to a
Oh,
degree.
yeah.
Like, Kingdom
Let's
Hearts
do it.
is
In you
basically
go,
Star Wars, but
No
with, like,
stalling.
light and darkness. It's like the same thing, kind of.
Goodbye, Jagga.
You
Aww,
must be brave,
how heartfelt.
Lion-O. It is your duty.
Your duty
Yes,
to your country.
Jagga.
Looked like he
Lua.
just sniffed his armpit for a little bit.
Eye of
Goodbye,
Tender
Jaga.
will
He
be
did. He was
waiting
like, that
for
was
you
really tasty.
when you reach your
I'm gonna miss
new
that
home.
scent when I'm on New Earth.
Eh.
Nuked Earth. That was the Earth that Captain Planet couldn't save.
I wish
Yo,
I
wouldn't
were
it be
sure
crazy,
that
like,
chances
if they made a
as I
crossover
pretended
series
to
where,
be.
like,
Still,
Captain Planet was in the Sword of Thundara, and, like, all he had to do was just raise it up, and then Captain Planet comes out, and it's just so confusing to everybody, even, like, the characters in the show. That'd be pretty
The
great.
felines combined. Meow. Your powers enhanced, Snarf.
can take it.
Captain Planet Star. Yeah.
Damn.
Yo, literally like Star Wars, if that actually happened the way I think it happened. Where like the mentor just disappears. Straight up vanishes, yo.
So I think Lion-O was either 10 or 13, and I know it's, I believe it to be a 10-year time skip.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so they've been sleeping for 10 years.
Wow, that's crazy. So like, no wonder why he narrates. He only heard his own voice for 10 years.
Oh, fuck, dude. The Sword of Omens just fucking went flying. The ship just crash land on Third Earth.
I just knew I wasn't going to like this. Snarf, snarf. Lion-O! Lion-O! Lion-O? It's him! Snarf, snarf, snarf.
Wow, look at that.
Lion-O, it's me.
Chiseled chin and everything.
What are you doing, Snarf? Get away. Ow! What in the... Oh, the suspension capsule. But how did it get to be so small?
I was really worried, Lion-O. I was sure it
He's
was
a
all going to
full-grown
turn
man
A
now.
lot smaller,
Yep.
too, Snarf. What's going on? Oh,
Hit your head one more
my
time.
hands. Look at the size of them.
In my dick.
Even though the suspension capsules slow down the aging process, some aging does take place.
Why, I'm grown.
Yep. You
Look
figured
what
it
I
out.
have for you. Snarf, snarf.
Oh, what's this, Snarf? A toy?
Grown-ups
I'm
don't
too
play
big
with
for
that.
toys. Can't you see that?
While they're all looking away, he picks it up and gives it a kiss.
Little faithful old Snarf.
My favorite teddy.
Lion-O, look out! The mutants are back! Snarf, snarf.
Shit.
Ooh. Opposition.
Mutants? They look like, I don't know, like I should remember them.
Like mutants.
They're real bad, Lion-O. Oh, I just knew we hadn't seen the last of that bunch. Ow! What the goat darn? Lion-O, look!
Shh! You want the mutants to hear? Good grief, Snarf. What's the matter with you? We're in big trouble here, and you bring me another stupid toy? Get away.
Such
So dismissive.
Yeah, Jesus.
Like, that's a knife, buddy. You can use that.
Over here. One of the ThunderCats is still in his capsule, and here's another.
We'll never have a better chance to be rid of him.
What a great accent.
No! Stop!
Whoa.
Who is that? What does
Lion,
it
no.
matter? The question will soon be,
Ooh.
who was that?
Oh, the intense music.
But for a second, I thought they were like gonna play like a song from like a music video.
Lion-O is on the go. B5 oh.
So that's why you make music. That fit in pretty good.
Damn, he
This
got
sword.
zapped.
He
I
did
know this
by
sword.
the Overlord.
Oh, I can't remember. It's
The Overlord.
Lion-O.
Overlord Andrew.
Oh, go.
Jaga.
Force
Is it really
goes.
you? You're still with me?
I will always be with you, Lion-O. Pay heed, for it is your destiny that
Up,
you
Bronco.
hold in your hand. The Eye of Thundera, the source of the ThunderCats' power.
Yes.
Did he say the sauce of the
remember.
ThunderCats
Sight.
power?
Yeah,
Beyond
that's exactly
sight.
what he said, Tony.
Okay, just making sure.
You must stir the sauce, Lion-O. For
And
it will
shit,
burn.
In those capsules. They're ThunderCats.
Yep. You figured it out, bud.
Thunder.
Oh, here it is.
Thunder.
Oh, it's growing.
ThunderCats.
It grew.
Oh. The bat signal.
This right here is why Lion-O is my favorite superhero, because Lion-O is the only superhero I know that can yell "ho" at the top of his lungs and have pussy come out.
Really
Gotta
enough.
loosen your bones for you, too.
And they're all fighting now.
Wily Kit and Wily Cat just drugging him again.
Ting.
Tigra, look who's joined us.
Well.
So
Grown
Chitara has
size, hasn't
speed,
he?
Tigra has invisibility, Pantho has strength, and Wily Kit and Wily Cat have hoverboards and these weird like flashbang and grenades and stuff, aka drugs. They look like this. All these guys do is just get scared and run.
Yeah.
Mutants will never rest
Well, the
until
ThunderCats are so impressive.
In their clutches.
That will never happen. I'll see to it.
Get him.
One tiny skirmish, and he's suddenly a superhero.
Now. He did
They're
pretty
like,
good
just
for the
remember,
first
man, we're
time.
older.
He did indeed.
Yeah.
And a fine figure of a ThunderCat you've grown up to be, Lion-O.
And so handsome, too.
Oh,
Whoa.
Chitara. Hey.
Just found the sword, that's all.
Oh.
Now we'll have to go about seeing if we can survive in this place.
We will survive and
The way he
create
said
a mighty
survive.
new empire.
Survive.
I, Lion-O, Lord of the ThunderCats,
He's
proclaim
looking
it.
into the abyss.
With your help, of course.
Uh,
All right. And
I want to start taking a tally of every show we watch that ends with all the main cast laughing.
Okay. I'm sure that's like 100.
Wow. Well. That was glorious.
Yeah, that was pretty good. I guess we watched a completely different episode because I remember the tree swinging on the branches and the talking to himself.
I'm pretty sure we were watching Lion-O do the his what's it called? All those tests.
Oh yeah. The trials.
Yeah, that's it. The trials.
The trials.
The trials. So, what would you rate the show? Scale from 1 to 5.
I'd say a 4 to a 5. You know,
Mhm.
seemed like it was pretty good.
I'm biased, so I choose it as a 5. I honestly, Tone, like if you start from episode 1, like I think you'll really enjoy that as a show as a whole. Once you get the backgrounds and everything, now that you understand what happens and where they came from, their home world being blown up, and they have to relocate.
Yeah, where have I seen that before? Nah, yeah, totally. I'm gonna watch it.
Let's get into some fun facts, shall we? Development work on ThunderCats began in 1983, with the script for this episode being produced in 1984, but the series did not make it to air until January 23rd of 1985.
So that's how you know it's quality, folks. It cooked for a long time.
It festered, it aged well.
The yeast grew.
The TV movie ThunderCats Ho, the movie 1987. Okay, so after the Transformers movie and the My Little Pony movie had bombed, they had got cold feet and released it as a TV movie because it was supposed to be a theatrical release. But after those two movies did so bad, they got they, like I said, they got cold feet, and they just released it as the first 5 of season 2. Sorry, I got a little distracted. Archie came running down.
Gosh, all right. ThunderCats featured a small circle of voice actors with only 6 voices for the entire first season, as Nick mentioned before. Every actor provided multiple voices, although the distinctive baritone of Earl Hyman
If you guys were as mean as you are ugly, then maybe you'd be trouble.
left the actor providing only very occasional guest voices in comparison with his fellow performers. In particular, as the first season's only female actor, Lynn Lipton provided voices for every single female character that appeared in the season.
I am Chitara. In my heart, I know I'm the strongest of my kind, the pride of my people. I am unique in this universe, and I will not be defeated!
How can we be lost? We explored every inch of these caves.
Well, it sure looks like we missed a few inches. Let's move!
Okay, Wily Kit.
Look out, Wily Kit!
Earl Hammond and Bob McFadden would most regularly provide the voice of guest characters. And to go down that list, Larry Kenny, Lion-O, Jackalman, Tugman, Rataro, and Snarf Egbert. Early Hammond, Panthro, Red-Eye, and the Ancient Spirits of Evil. Peter, I almost thought that said Paul Newman. Peter Newman, Tigra, Willy Cat, Bengali, Monkeyan, and Hachiman.
That was supposed to say Earl Hyman. There's another Earl though. Earl Hammond played Jaga.
Hello, Groon. So, I've finally drawn you out, Jaga.
I suppose we were destined to meet again.
Groon was expecting Jaga.
Mumra.
Ancient spirits of evil, transform this decayed form to Mumra, the ever-living!
Vulture Man.
I'm here to offer you a deal.
A deal?
I will smash the ThunderCats. I will crush the other mutants.
What do you want from me?
The secret of everlasting life.
And if I share that secret?
We rule Third Earth together. Forever.
Amok, Snarf Oswald, Robert Bill, Robert Burbills, Snowman of Hook Mountain, Hammerhand, and Captain Cracker. Lynn Lipton, who Tony had just recently mentioned, played Chitara, Wily Kit, Luna.
Surrender. I'll wipe you off the face of Third Earth. I'm not through yet, Mumrana. Let's see how you stand up to the power of the magic belt.
Willa, Nada, and Mandora, the Evil Chaser.
What do you people think you're doing? Who opened that door?
Oh, I did. I'm sorry. I thought somebody in there needed help. We chased them, but...
Help? You've just released 3 of the universe's most wanted evildoers. I left them here until they could be transported to the Grey Pino planet.
Sorry,
Never mind. What could you expect from an inexperienced oaf and a fuzzy shrimp?
Oh,
Shrimp. Wow.
She, guess what? Chases evil.
Whoa.
Bob McFadden played Snarf, Linkso, Snarfer, Slythe.
So, I face the great Panthro. I am not impressed, Panther.
Groon the Destroyer.
Why did you come here, Ghost? Who are you?
You will know who I am soon enough. My Lord of the ThunderCats. Oh, yes. You will see me again.
Driller, Mole Master, Quick Pick, and Captain Shiner. And then finally, we have Jerry Ann Raphael as Pumira.
Enough of this fooling around. Come on out, Chitara, and we'll fight it out woman to woman. Or are you scared?
Chilla.
I'll ice you yet, ThunderCat. Oh, my name's not Chilla. Scratched, one frozen ThunderCat.
And Jagara. Arthur Rankin Jr. and Jules Bass, whose Rankin Bass Animated Entertainment Company produced the program through Telepictures, which later got incorporated into Warner Brothers, the Warner Brothers company. They recruited the same voice actors and animators for the sequel series Silverhawks and an umbrella program titled Comic Strip, which had different segments of different cartoons in it. And those programs were called Street Frogs, Karate Cat, and Tiger Sharks. Tiger Sharks was great. Yeah, there's a bunch of them.
Sounds
Tiger
a lot
Sharks
like
were
Karate.
kind of yeah,
Karate Kid.
Tiger Sharks is cool because they're like sea themed Thundercats, and Silverhawks was like Thundercats in the air. Silverhawks was actually they did really well. They were a very popular show. Tiger Sharks, not so much. There was a live action play that toured, which featured a giant crossover between all the different shows I had just mentioned: Karate Cats, Tiger Sharks, Street Frogs, Silverhawks, and the Thundercats.
Whoa.
And last but not least, I just want to say Thundercats premiered on Cartoon Network's Toonami on March 17th, 1997. It was the very first series shown on Toonami and was a staple of the block for years, also appearing on Toonami's Midnight Run and Toonami's Rising Sun. The series started its final run on Toonami on April 15th, 2002, and ended on May 31st, 2002. So Toonami is where I watched it.
Ah, interesting.
For sure. When it was on Toonami.
So speaking about that, do you want to reflect a little bit on like how you got into this series and what makes it so great to you?
Well, I really just remember like, because you have to remember like 99, 2000. I was 10 in the year 2000.
No way.
3. So like I was like 8 or something in like 99 and the year 2000. So I remember watching Thundercats, Dragon Ball Z, The New Adventures of Johnny Quest, and I remember always going in the basement and watching it like all by myself. Those were like my cartoons. You know.
Yep.
There is a 2011 rebooted series that Cartoon Network showed. Only lasted 1 season, but I actually do recommend you check it out because with the original Thundercats, there's and to all the listeners too, there's a very big anime feel to it, and that's because most of the animation was actually done in Japan. But in this new series, they kind of go a little bit more even like heavier into the anime feel of it. And it's like a darker story too. So it's like, because the Thundercats kids are like the kids who grew up with Thundercats are now young adults. So this is really kind of be like, hey, you're more mature now, so check out this version of it. It's pretty cool. I liked it.
No, yeah, totally.
Um,
I'm gonna check that out too.
yeah. Anything else to add, Tone?
You know, I really wish I got to see that landmark narration that he does to himself when he's swinging on those tree branches.
Looks like I'll have to get wet. Ooh! What in the birds? Oh no, not again! Acid! That lake is pure acid! Now I'll have to take the long way around. Unless those birds nest on the other side of the lake, but it's the fruit on this side they feed on. Let's see. If I was one of those birds, which clump of fruit would get my beak watering?
What he says to himself.
Yeah, you should. Now wait a minute, because I swear he had like a little personal cassette recorder on himself from time to time. Some people just really love listening to themselves talk, including our loving bald host.
The host with the most from coast to coast.
Nah. I like to listen to myself talk too. It's very therapeutic. But
I love listening to myself talk. That's why we have a podcast.
Yeah, 101 times this one here. Hit that play button, son.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that was my first experience watching the show was with you in your old house. And yeah, I thought it was like pretty good. And then what really just got my leg was when he was swinging from those tree branches and started talking to himself in the process, like, yeah, maybe if I did it at this angle, maybe the outcome would be slightly different in the trajectory. It's like, whoa, Lion-O, that was incredible, dude. Like, how'd you do that?
Comic books were very like that was a big old staple in like the 60s and 70s comic books, and it especially in like if you watch like Super Friends and stuff, they'll like Aquaman will be running and then he'll be like, oh no, such and such is tearing up the sidewalk and now I am falling over. What should I do? Should I do a somersault, roll over and punch him in the nads, or should I just fall on my back?
Just let the viewer decide.
Yeah, you decide.
Fall on your back.
The both Marvel and DC had runs in the comics of ThunderCats, and there's an incredible crossover literally titled ThunderCats and He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. It's really good. I have the graphic novel. I definitely recommend checking that out, because if you are just a kid of the 80s and 90s and just love two properties coming together and beating the shit out of each other, check it out. Because seeing Mumra go toe to toe with Skeletor is pretty fucking cool.
Okay.
And on that note, thank you all for joining us. We hope you have a wonderful day and or night.
Yes, we do.
And sweet dreams.
Yeah. Shut up, dumbass.
That's just foreshadowing a future episode. Oh, Snarf. Whoa, Snarf. What are you doing, Snarf?
Very
Oh,
motherly
my-
of you, Snarf.
Safe is boring.
It looks like he was going down on Lion-O for a second.
Oh, that's one of the trials for Lion-O. His rites to passage of being a full-fledged cat.